in the initial, phase of anger for the 5 stages of unplugging, what happens is that anger is not directed at women; it's directed at themselves. Yeah. And I don't mean that like, ooh, new agey bullshit. What I mean is like, it's directed at themselves for having believed in all this horseshit for so long, and they go, oh my God. It's like building a RPG character and you maxed out all the wrong stats. Like you wanted to be a tank and you're not a tank, you're actually something else. Or you like screwed yourself up because you believe that the old rules were what everybody was playing by, and it's actually not. And so that anger doesn't stem from anger at women. It's from themselves for having believed in this stuff for so long, and nobody likes to feel stupid.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
That's
so is it like the old set of rules? Well, like, because it takes two to tango, right? And it is sort of the game theory way, where if you're playing one way, it's sort of, if you're playing one way but they're not following the rules, then basically you're essentially going to be the dope and the loser in the situation and be taken advantage of. And that's what people are mad about, is that there's kind of like a cost to it, where like they spend so much time and energy playing the old game when everyone's already playing the new game, that they're super behind and they feel like they've lost something. Yeah. Basically. Is that like, because when I think of the red pill anger, I really think that, it's just guys just like, they're like super pissy, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is that, but it's realizing, like, I think when you're kind of blue pilled and you're kind of naive and you're comfortable in this, like, the comforting fiction, right? That's what it comes down to, is like, it's this belief that if I do these things, I will be rewarded. If I work hard, if I do this way, if I carry her books home from school, if I defer to her, if I'm supportive, if we're equal partners, if we're this, if we're that, right? All the stuff that you've learned from the time you were like probably 5 years old to, God knows, 25, wherever you're at right now, or maybe 35. The older you get, the harder it is to sort of unplug yourself and to accept that. And I think that really the guys who are, like, say, in their 30s or 40s, that's tough. I talk to guys who are in their 60s and 70s, and they're like, my entire life has been spent believing that the old set of rules has been the rule set that everybody is playing by. Yeah. So it's one thing to be like, it's what I call getting zeroed out, right? So it's one thing to be like 25 and go, oh my God, I can't believe this is this real? Like, you're negotiating and there's disbelief and there's denial and there's anger and everything else. And then later on it becomes acceptance. And then from there you can go, oh, okay. You have two choices at that point. You can get really jaded about it and just go become a black pill, spurg tau doomer, whatever. And then, or else you can say, you know what? Now that I know the rules, I am equipped and I'm armed with this knowledge. This is actually the game everybody's playing. So now I realize I'm at zero, but I'm going to rebuild myself now that I have accurate information, and now I can actually do something in this new paradigm. And I think that's really, like, when people ask me, how do I get over red pill rage? That's the first thing I tell them. I said, you have to understand, you have to accept and sort of wrap your head around this, is that you have more opportunity and more advantage in a red pill paradigm than you did in your blue pill, days. So don't try to reinsert yourself back into the matrix cipher. Go and don't think that your blue pill, you can use this red pill knowledge to achieve your blue pill dreams.
How do I get my girlfriend back?
Exactly.
The classic.
You have to go and rebuild yourself and remake yourself in that new paradigm. And that's like that's what I call crossing the abyss. And that's really hard for guys, especially when they're in that anger phase.
So for you guys to know that, like, Rollo is speaking the truth here, you can, after the stream, go on YouTube and search up how to get my girlfriend back, and look at the amount of views you have on those videos. It's a little ridiculous. I mean, it's the classic, like, I'm trying to get my girlfriend back. How do I get her to love me? How do I get her back? She cheated on me. What do I do? This is usually how guys kind of get red pilled, which is like, they get kind of punched in the face, basically. Like the old, like, they don't, like, for a long time, people played the game for a long time the way they were taught, and nothing hits them hard enough for it to break, and at some point the dam breaks, and then they're kind of disillusioned and just kind of looking for answers. And like, it happened to me, it happened to a lot of other people as well.